Hey, what is up YouTube? Angry Eradicate here. Today we're on part 2 of 7 of our regional 1v1 teams. This region is pretty bad. Last video, I'll have a link in the description below to this one. The Kanto team was actually pretty strong. I actually ended up pushing to like mid 1300s with that team. This team, on the other hand, is definitely more fun than strategic or strong. We have Meganium obviously for Alligator and Typhlosion, no mega options here. We run a Leftovers Meganium set, Leechy, Giga Drain, Toxic Protect, full special defense investment, and HP. Not much. I don't really mess with this thing too much. I think it's best served as this. It can beat Tapu Koko at least, and even that if it has if it's a physical set, it can still beat you with the physical Brave Bird. So you kind of have to like worry about that. If it's a choice spec set or they just rely on an electric move anyway, you can probably tank them out. Other than that, this thing's pretty much just a standard stall set. You can switch out for sub if you want that instead of protect. That's a few more other options you can run that. You can't really take advantage of many other moves. Let's look through here real quick. Aromatherapy isn't going to help. Light Screen can maybe help or reflect. You get both of those options. You also get access to Sleep Talk. You can do a rest set with maybe like a berry, and mostly useless moves. You do get counter, which can come up big, I guess, but I'm not really sure. Like Charizard X is still going to Dragon Dance in your face and then kill you in one hit. Kieran Black's just going to one-shot you. It's not a very strong Pokemon, so obviously, like I said, this is a joke team. I would never run this thing in actuality, but what you have to offer here isn't that great. Against Mega Gyarados, you can kind of like leech sheet it if it doesn't have Ice Fang, which some of them don't. You can maybe tank it out for a while. You can run Physical Investment if you really want to tank it really well. Yeah, you'll probably be able to beat it then. So maybe you should run some defense investment instead of special defense. I don't really think about that option, to be honest. Up next we have Feraligatr, definitely the MVP of this team, believe it or not. Life Orb, Sheer Force makes him do a good bit of damage. He's pretty physical invested, like on the defensive side actually. Like even though it's only 236, it's able to tank it decently well. He doesn't usually die unless it's like Tapu Koko or something like that, obviously. But Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Ice Punch, and Crunch. Pretty standard options here. You can switch out for the other punches, I believe. I think he gets some of the other ones like from the punch. No, he just gets the Dynamic Punch and Focus Punch and Power Up Punch, but those aren't very good options. I recommend these moves. You can go for the Fang options if you want the flinch chance after a Dragon Dance. You are actually pretty fast after that. You're able to outspeed a lot of things. After a Dragon Dance, if the Charizard X is going to beat you outright, so is Charizard Y. Mega Gyarados beats you as well. However, some of the other things in the metagame don't really beat you. Lopunny, you can tank that and you're able to kill it, generally. Mimikyu, you can Dragon Dance up if you're fast in the Curse set, thankfully, but it kind of just loses. It's all like the off-meta things that this thing can be, like Landorus and stuff. Things that you're not going to like see as the A-tier stuff. So again, this team is just really bad. Typhlosion offers a bit more of a speed option for the team. So it's like look at Meganium and for Alligator, they're both incredibly slow options. Typhlosion, you need to run a Choice Scarf set because of that, or else you're just going to get outsped by stuff like Tapu Koko and just lose. Fire Blast, Eruption, Focus Blast, Hidden Power Rock. Other options, you can go Extra Sensory, you can go with an HP move. I don't think he gets Grass Knot, does he? No, he doesn't. He gets Will-O-Wisp, which you're not going to use on a Choice Scarf set, obviously. He gets Detect again, you can't really run that. You can run, if you want to, you can run more like Choice Specs if you really want to like get a good like physical, like a good special kill. But most of the things he's not going to be able to hit anyway with that. He does okay against Kieran Black if they don't have, if they're not like, I think because Sub-Zero Slimer isn't going to kill you in one hit, and you're faster than even like, unless it's Choice Scarf max speed, you're going to even then I think, actually no, it'll outspeed you. But you can beat pretty much most Kieran Blacks with this if you just either hit 2 Focus Blasts or 2 Fire Blasts. Unless they have a lot of special investment, they need to go for the 2 Focus Blasts and hit those. So you're not going to always win that matchup. However, it's still winnable. Again, like other options, he doesn't have too much there. And all their abilities, you can just go with a Blaze. Flash Fire is almost never going to come up big on Typhlosion. There's no switching in to win that there. For Alligator, obviously wants Sheer Force over Torrent. And unless you really want to rely on like Waterfall hacks, but then you're not going to do nearly as much damage. And Meganium, again, Sunny Day almost never happens, so you're not going to be able to run Leaf Guard. You might as well run Overgrow and try to it's not going to help you that much, but it's better than nothing. Alright guys, we have some battles for you coming up next. A lot of losses with this team actually, but I'll try to show some wins as well to show how you can kind of manipulate what the opponent's going to probably be thinking and overpredict and probably, not overpredict, but outpredict them. Alright guys, for our battles here with this generational team, they didn't do very well. Like at least the Kanto team in the last video won a few of the fights. These guys did win 1 or 2 of them, but I usually try to show like 4 to 5 videos, and I think they only win 1 or 2 of them. We have a final against Stingeye here, Como O, which is actually really surprisingly good against this team, although not like too surprising, they're pretty bad. Mega Metagross and a Crustle set, usually probably weakness policy, and or like a speed boosting berry, along with not the Shed Shell, the what is it? Shell Smash, my bad. It's really hard to say here. Como O kind of beats the whole team, which what he just goes for. I thought Feraligatr had a decent enough chance against Crustle, and maybe it could hold its own against Mega Metagross if it didn't have Thunder Punch. He ends up going for the Como O anyway. And no matter what you do, whether you just attack turn 1 or you go for the Dragon Dance turn 1, it doesn't matter. It just goes for the you won't kill it in 1 turn. It goes for the Clangor's Soul Blaze, and unless you run a lot of defense or HP investment, you're not tanking that, and he's gonna be faster next turn anyway and kill you again. So it doesn't matter what you do there, and yeah, there's not much you can really do against that guy. So I kind of lost him like once or twice. Next fight here against Asium Restem. He has Genesect, Donphan, and Thundurus Therian. Feraligatr can really only beat. It also kind of loses the Donphan unless you run Aqua Jet. Donphan kind of beats most of the team besides Meganium, but however Meganium loses the other 2. Typhlosion probably maybe beats Thundurus Therian if it can one-shot, and beats Genesect, so I probably shouldn't have went with that, but I did think he was going to go for Donphan, so I probably should have chosen Meganium. I don't know why I chose really Feraligatr, probably one of the worst options here. Go for the Waterfall, kind of have to rely on getting a flinch, but I don't get that. He goes for the Z move, surprisingly doesn't kill, so you know, Feraligatr's out here beasting, but then the Ice Shard comes out. If you had Aqua Jet, you win that fight, but I think all his other moves are too important. Alright, up next we have battle against Drop Xanax in Mylene. Good name, I guess, but he has kind of like a mid-tier team, nothing like super top tier. Like I think as high as his Mimikyu at A+, and Pinsir's like a B, and like Lining's like C or D rank. I get why he uses it though. It's a nice trick set. You almost never see it on ladder, so unless you're like more of a veteran, you're not gonna know what it's gonna. You may not even know what it's gonna go for. It's obviously a belly drum set, and with extreme speed and Shadow Claw. It's kind of annoying to deal with if you have certain, like, don't feel like you want certain matchups. However, stuff like Gyarados kind of just beats it. You can just Waterfall, and then it's going to die from the fact that it has the belly drum. But I digress. Meganium here, I don't like it against Mimikyu. Even like the curse sets, I don't think it's going to beat. I don't think it's going to really get its damage off, especially if it subs turn 1 thinking I'm going to Leech Seed, which I kind of have to. It's going to beat you. It obviously loses the Pinsir and Linoone. It's not going to be able to kill in time, I don't think. Feraligatr, probably beats Linoone. I thought Typhlosion was my best bet. It can beat Curse Mimikyu, it can beat Pinsir, and it can beat Linoone. It can't beat like Let's Snuggle for other kind of Mimikyus, but that's not the point. Obviously, he's gonna one-shot there with Eruption against Linoone. It's really frail. Kind of a bad choice if you ask me. It doesn't beat nearly enough stuff to really justify its few niche uses. Next we battle against Jaytan at SMLS. Maybe that's like a tournament or something like that. I'm not sure really what this person is or what that name means. They have a Gliscor, kind of a bad pick for 1v1. Sneasel, wasn't really sure what that was going to go for on a Mawile. As you can see, my rating dropped heavily compared to the last guy. Like the last team. The last team I was fighting a lot of Charizard X's, Metagrosses, Gyaradoses. Now you're fighting stuff like Sneasels and Mawiles. Matchup here, Typhlosion was good against 2 of them, however Gliscor lost to it. I thought Feraligatr could beat Gliscor, it could probably beat Sneasel, and had a decent enough chance against Mawile. He ends up choosing Mawile, and it's not even an Intimidate set, so you can just see how bad this person is. This team is, you can't use this team at all unless you just want to have fun. It's just not going to win. He doesn't even have Sucker Punch here, doesn't go for it, and we just take him out with Waterfall. So as you can see, this team's really just a joke. It can only beat teams that run like non-serious things. If you want to use a serious 1v1 but like a generational team, X and Y team, or Kanto, you can't use this team. I've been saying that like over and over again. Another battle against this guy here. This is pretty funny what happens here. He goes for the dead Pikachu, his Mimikyu. You go for the Fire Blast here, break his disguise, and get the Burn Hex. You think, okay, there's a good chance we win here. Oh, we get it next turn, my bad. We Fire Blast here again. I should have Eruption, not knowing. I thought he would have went for some damage, like a Curse, and I wouldn't have done as much. He goes for Let's Snuggle Forever, and loses about half. And however, we do still lose this fight. All I have to do is hit one of the next 2 Fire Blasts, and we win. We missed there. Okay, we have one last chance to win it. I go for another Fire Blast, missed that, and he goes for the Let's Play Rough, and then it doesn't even kill me. So, but obviously he can just Shadow Sneak and finish me off. And the Burn has him down to 11% HP. You think for a fight like that, we would have won. If I would have Eruptioned, I'm pretty sure I would have won, because it would have done, I'm not sure if it would have done 27% more than Fire Blast. It's base 150 instead of what? Base 110? 40 base power more? I don't know. It would have been close. Maybe if that was a low roll and a high roll afterwards. I don't know. But that's all I really have for this video, guys. If you want a more serious team, go check out my Kanto team. That team is like fun, and it can actually win as well. I know a lot of you, like Gen 1ers, probably want to use this Pokemon anyway. So I'll leave a link in the description down below for that team in that video, because I think that team is definitely better than this one. But stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I have the Hoenn team coming out soon. Make sure you stick around for that. But thank you guys so much for watching these videos. As always, you guys are the reason why I do this. Peace out, guys. Catch you in the next video.